first I was afraid. I was petrified. I was terrified to speak Spanish. Let me give you 4 tips that you can start using today that will help you stop being so afraid. Stop being so afraid to actually speak Spanish. They're actually going to work. Make sure you stay to the end because, of course, I always keep the last tip for last just in case y'all try to click off the video. Tip number 1 is to trick your brain into believing that you don't care. No, you don't. You don't care. You can say things like, I'm going to mess this up and I don't care. So your brain is immediately going to say, oh, she doesn't care if she's about to make a mistake. Let's let her flow. People think that because I speak Spanish frequently that I'm not afraid. No, I just set myself up. It's almost like tricking your brain that I know I'm going to make a mistake and I don't care. I had to build that momentum up in my mind to stop caring. Because when I cared so much, guess what happened? Nothing came out of my mouth. I was so afraid to speak that I didn't speak about anything. I didn't say anything in Spanish. I was so afraid to make mistakes that I didn't talk at all. So if that method is working to not care, use it. My next tip to stop being so afraid of speaking is to prepare 5 safe sentences. They're conversation starters. They tell people a little bit about you. One example sentence is, estoy aprendiendo español. See? I am learning Spanish. That is like an immediate, I can tell someone that's true, that's about me, and they will have grace with me while I'm speaking with them. So, estoy aprendiendo español. This one comes in handy when they're speaking too fast, and it's just, puedes repetir, por favor. Puedes repetir, por favor. Can you repeat that, please? Always with a please. Please and thank you is very much needed in Espanol. Never, ever don't say gracias and never, ever don't say por favor. Oh, this is a good one. No sé cómo decirlo, okay? No sé cómo decirlo. I don't know how to say it. And that's just being straight up. Because sometimes when you're speaking Spanish and you get stuck, you're trying to keep finding, you stay too long trying to find the word. And you're like, what is it in Spanish? What is it? What is it? But if you could simply say, I don't know how to say it, they could either tell you how to say it or you can move on to the next sentence. Like, oh, I was trying to tell you this, but I don't know how to say it. Which brings me right into one of my other safe sentences, which is, como se dice? So as I'm speaking, you know, I might say, como se dice? How do you say this? Como se dice? Como se dice? You know, and so it's okay. It's okay sometimes to say, como se dice? How do you say this? But that is another safe sentence that you can run to when you're getting stuck when you're speaking. Just ask, how do you say this? Because sitting there for 5 minutes trying to figure out how to say it on your own is a very boring conversation. Conversación aburrido. See? The next safe sentence is to always know the things that you have, what you do for a living, personal things about you. Por ejemplo, tengo 2 hijos, yo vivo en San Diego, soy escritora. So know what your profession is in Espanol. See? So you could just say, oh, I do this. I have 2 kids. I live in Nueva York, wherever you live at, I don't know, right? But these are like safe sentences that will immediately allow you to speak because you have something to speak about that you're confident about. And then as the conversation gets a rolling, you will be surprised how much more you know, right? But if you don't actually start speaking, it's hard. If you are enjoying this video so far, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you would like more content like this. My third tip is speak more, okay? And speak out loud. Speak out loud to yourself, you know? Have full-blown conversations with yourself. I'll talk about this in another video, I believe. I'll post it right here. Speak more. Anything that you do a lot of, honey, you have no choice but to get better. It is impossible for you to do something every single day and don't get better. If you speak Spanish once a week, you will get better. If you speak Spanish every other day, you will get better. But if you only just listen to Spanish and, you know, you don't actually speak it, you won't get better at speaking. You have to just go ahead and start speaking. I can't believe I'm about to actually suggest this tip. It's hurting my stomach just thinking about it. But if you don't have anyone to practice with, you can practice with AI. I am not a fan of AI, if you guys haven't noticed from any of my videos before. However, if there's absolutely no one for you to practice with, they do have, like AI apps that you can sit there and talk with them. Now that's it. That's it. Because I do not want to endorse a faker world. We are in a fake enough world with social media, and now we're walking around talking to robots, and we have lost human connection. See, why y'all get me started? So I try to give y'all the best advice possible on here. And if you don't have anyone to speak to, I'm trying to help out. There is AI apps that you can talk to. And that's starting to build this bond on this channel. I don't want you speaking to. It's like giving the advice because it's out there, but it's like, no. This world is fake enough. Please, don't. Okay. If you're lucky, I've edited some of that out. If not, I mean, this is me. It just is what it is. So if you have absolutely no one to talk to, you can talk to it. Yeah. Another option is I have a Spanish speaking group, and we speak Spanish once a week with native Spanish speakers. We have beginner and intermediate, and there are many slots open 5 days a week that you can book from. So if that's something that interests you, the link will be in the description. My next tip is, and this is actually going to be the hardest tip, create a speaking schedule and commit. Whether it's once a week, once a day, once a month, create a speaking schedule and show up for yourself. Give yourself the opportunity to actually be great at another language. In order to see results, you have to commit and you have to be disciplined. You guys, I did not feel like recording this video, nor am I going to feel like editing, but I committed to starting this channel, and I am disciplined enough to edit these videos and get them out once a week. If there's no commitment, there's no way to measure your growth. If you speak once a week for an entire year, you can measure. You can say, oh, I spoke for once a week for an entire year, and this is how good my Spanish is. But if you don't commit to something, you need a schedule and you need something to hold you accountable so that you can see your progress. Otherwise, you're just floating. You're just out there floating. You're not going anywhere. You ever just get in a lazy river and you just go around and around and around and around and around. If you want to know some free ways to speak Spanish, check this video out right here. This has all the free tools where you can start speaking Spanish right now. Nos vemos pronto. Ciao.